evening. How are you doing? My name is Joseph Googie. I am one of the co-founders of Pre-PT Grind with Casey Coleman, and tonight we are here for another Pre-PT Chat Live. For those of you that are joining us here for the very first time, every single Thursday since sometime in mid 2017, we've been coming into this group live to share with you some insight, some value based off of what we have either spoken to students about. Let me let Kate. Based on what we feel that we've heard constantly and constantly from other pre-physical therapy students, which allows us to come here tonight and share with you some of our thoughts. And so tonight we have Nicholas, we have Judy, Javi, what's up? Joe, how are you all doing? This is a live stream that I can tell you right now you will want to share with your friends. If you have, yo, what's up, bro? Like, if you have friends inside of this community that you're saying, whoa, like this is the kind of, like, if you have any other friends inside of the pre-doctor physical therapy community, if you are listening to this as a podcast episode, because at some point it will be, then this is something that you want to either share out or tag your friends in. Because what we're about to talk tonight is the difference maker between students that get into PT school and students that don't get into PT school. That simple. Most of you are here because you want to get it. Well, one, you're trying to get into PT school and you want to do whatever you have to do to get in, which is a good place to be because that's really what we do. Our job is to get students into PT school without wasting time or money. So one, yes. Number two, there are students here who are trying to figure out if PT is for them, which also makes sense. And so out of those two groups, whether you're trying to get in, whether you're trying to figure out if this is the right goal, there's also the in-between, where based off of what we think our application cycle is going to look like, based off of what our previous application experiences have been, we look at this process very differently. Some of you are very motivated, some of you are very excited, some of you are locked in, and others of you are overwhelmed, others of you are anxious, others of you are scared that what happened before is going to happen again. So that's how we're going to talk about it tonight. If you guys are live, comment team live. I just want to see who's on here. If you're watching the replay, I want y'all to comment team replay just because I want this to keep resurfacing because this is a conversation I just want y'all to take home. If y'all can understand this, what we're about to discuss tonight, if y'all can understand it, it will significantly change how you look at your fears, how you look at your experiences, and also how you look at everything that's about to happen leading up to this application cycle if you're applying this year, 2020 if you're applying next year, 2021, and so on and so forth. Jimmy, how you doing? Clarissa, good to see you. Judy, good to have you here on Team Live. Javi, you as well. So, Casey, before we dive in, man, you been good?
Yeah, man, I'm all good. Can't complain.
Man,
It's almost Friday, so I'm
listen.
good.
Oh, bro, listen, bro. Like, I'm so excited for the weekend. But this is so the title tonight is Understand This. Understanding this will change how you look at your fears and anxieties as a pre-PT. Debbie, how you doing? Man, how you doing? Understanding this will change how you look at your fears and anxieties. So recently, when my fiance and I we're getting married. So I keep talking about it because I'm hyped. I'm hyped for it. It's June 9th. So if y'all want to follow it on Facebook or I don't know, whatever, like it'll probably be streamed somewhere. So June 9th is about to be an exciting day for the wedding. But we were doing some of our pre-wedding counseling and coaching and things like that, just to make sure that as we dive in, we're going at this at 100 miles an hour and we're absolutely crushing it. And there was a statement that was said where when this person said it to me and Eliana, I wrote it down. Because as soon as they said it, I was like, that's it. That's it. Jameson, how you doing? Sarah, good to have you here. This is the statement that they said to us that completely changed, like, because it made sense. I was like, well, of course, this is what, like, but when I heard it, yes, part of it was more so in relation to our marriage, but really, I thought about y'all. I thought about y'all. Here was the statement, and then we're gonna dive in. The statement is, you might, I'll repeat this twice because it's a lot of words. Experiences shape our beliefs. Experiences shape our beliefs, which shape our perceptions, so how we see things, which shape our expectations, what we believe will happen, which drive our behavior. Now, we're going to break this down, but I'm going to say it one more time. Experiences shape our beliefs. So the things that you've already gone through will shape what you believe currently, period. And those beliefs shape our perceptions, the looking glass that we're looking, like how we see everything. And that shapes our expectations, so what we expect to happen, which drives our behavior. Let me give you an example to make this drive home. Experiences shape our beliefs. An experience could be, I got rejected from PT school. So it shapes my belief. This is why when Casey and I are here saying false belief systems, like we say it for a reason, because it's your experiences in the past that have shaped your belief. Your experiences might have been talking to someone that got rejected. Your experience might have been talking to, what's up, Sarah? How you doing? Like your experience might have been talking to a family member that thought you couldn't do it. Your experience might be having a bad GPA. Does that make sense? Your experience could be any one of those things. And, oh my God, Casey, if they get this tonight, it's over. It's over. But your experiences shape your beliefs. So right now, why is it, so someone told me, they were like, Joseph, there's only 3 PTs I've ever seen that are actually excited about what they do all the time. And it's you, Casey, and Greg Todd, because they're the only ones I've seen. Everyone that I've ever seen in person, that's this pre-PT's experience. They were like, everyone that I've ever seen outside of y'all has not liked what they do after a while. They are frustrated, overworked, like all that stuff, right? Burnout. And I was like, okay, so their negative experiences actually led them to believe that PT might not be for them. You might have had a positive experience. So your positive experience was you went and shadowed a physical therapist that actually, like, you were like, yo, this is the ish. I could see myself doing this. I could see myself being a PT. Casey, like, yo, this is a blast and I get paid for it. So your positive experience actually allows you to believe that this is for you. It shapes your beliefs. I want y'all to dig deep tonight because every single one of y'all, Lily, Kendall, Jimmy, Samantha, Sarah, Jameson, Connor, Man, Debbie, Clarissa, Javi, all of y'all have different experiences. So y'all might actually believe things different. That's actually why we have the acceptance system, because we want to recharge how people's experiences are. Like we put it like on an even playing field. But let's start with that. Your experiences shape your beliefs. Now your beliefs, whether you believe now that you've experienced a bad GPA, now you believe, oh, maybe I can't get in. And it's probably reinforced by other students. Maybe you're looking at other classmates and you're like, damn, they got a better GPA. Dang, they got this. Oh, that person got rejected because they had a GPA similar to mine. So now you have these false beliefs. And those false beliefs shape your perceptions. So now what are you seeing? What are you seeing? Because I believe, I honestly believe that Casey and I are the best pre-PT coaching program in the world right now. And the experiences have been because we've seen success with our programs, because we've proven to ourselves that we can stay consistent with just serving you and no one's really doing it more than we are. So because of that, I perceive this getting bigger. I perceive more students getting into PT school. I perceive it. So because of that, my perceptions are shaped by my beliefs. So what are your beliefs? What are the experiences that led to your beliefs? So your perceptions, what you see happening shapes your expectations. Because you had a low GPA, you believed that maybe PT school was not for you. Because you believe PT school is not for you, you perceived that you might possibly not get in. You perceived that maybe you picked a wrong career path. You perceived that maybe your mom was right when she told you that you should have been a nurse or you should have been an athletic trainer. So because you perceive that, you expect to not get in. You expect to retake your GRE and not pass it. Honestly, it's screwing you up because when you're there studying your GRE because you failed it the first time, when you're there studying your GRE, you're like, well, damn, I already failed it before, so now I'm expecting to fail it again. And you think that you're studying, but Casey, guess what? You're wasting so much time being so concerned with the possibility of everything going wrong. It shapes our expectations, which drive our behavior. Oh, it's about to hit home real quick. It's about to hit home, which drives our behavior. Y'all want to understand why we believe every single one of y'all can get into PT school if you really want to? Despite what anybody says, it's because of everything I just discussed with you. But most of you are going to fall short if you fall or are held trapped by the cycle of what I just described as well. Because if your bad experiences give you false beliefs, and those false beliefs allow you to perceive something negative happening, like you not getting in, like you not doing this. Oh my goodness, I've been on the wait list for the last 3 weeks. All hell is breaking loose. Like you start freaking out. So because of your perceptions, your expectations are that things will go wrong. And because things will go wrong, guess what your behavior is? Your behavior is now you're talking to the wrong people. Now you're wasting your time and money because you're spending so much time being so concerned about things going wrong that you're actually not hustling. Oh, I got a 3.1 GPA. I can't get into PT school. So guess what? I guess it's not meant to be. So I'm just going to chill. We're so scared half the time that we do nothing with our time. Why the heck can someone like Ben Kim, who has a 2.4 GPA, say that what he had to do, he had to change his beliefs. He had to change his experiences. He put himself in a cycle, in a group of people that changed how he thought. His perception about getting into PT school had to change, and his expectations also shifted because he put up blinders. He said, my previous expectations have to go. So he put up blinders and said, I'm getting into PT school. So he said, I'm playing angry. I got a 2.4 GPA. Most people said I can't get in. My family said I can't get in. So I'm locking in because what my expectations are navigates or dictates whether I get to my goal or not. And because his expectations were that he was going to get in, his behavior was, I'm going to retake every test I got, every class I have to take, and I'm getting A's. I'm not settling for B's. I'm not settling for C+. If I need a tutor, I'm going to get a tutor. If I need a coach, I'm going to go to the acceptance system, whatever it is. And so his behavior was straight hustle. Most of you are spending so much time, like, really just blaming other people, blaming other scenarios. Oh, if I had only done this before. Oh, if I had only done this before. To the point where you actually do nothing. And your behaviors are matching up with your fears to the point where you don't get into PT school. And it wasn't because you had a low GPA. It wasn't because you had a low GRE score. It wasn't because of your family members. It was because you chose to believe that long enough to actually affect your actions. There's a reason why the people that are joining the accepted system are actually getting into PT school. Because they completely flipped it. So do you really have an excuse to not get into PT school? No, unless you decide to quit. It's really that simple. It's really, really that simple. So I'll say it again, and then Casey, you drop some fire for us, man. Experiences shape, write it down somewhere. Man, I need y'all to like get sticky notes or something. Like get sticky notes and just like put them places. Like experiences shape our beliefs, which shape our perceptions, which shape our expectations, which drive our behavior. If you want to get into PT school, then we got to flip this. We have to change the beliefs. But those beliefs have to be like visited by a completely new experience. Those new beliefs have to change your foresight, what you're seeing, the people that you're talking to, who you have around you. They change your expectations as to whether or not you're getting into PT school, which drive your behavior. So you lock in. You're more intentional with your time. You're a lot more focused. You don't talk to the wrong people. You know who to go to when you're tripping. You know how, and then you go, and it's no surprise. We had 63 people in the accepted system this past season. I'm just waiting for the end of this year where I just see them line up. In. 2.5 GPA, done. 3.0 GPA, done. 2.7 GPA, done. Failed my GRE, screwed up my GRE 2 times beforehand, done. Like, because they changed that. And if you don't, you literally don't stand a chance. this is not gonna be a popular live stream for some of y'all. Y'all gonna be like, oh, they tripping. Oh, they getting mean. No, no, no. I need to be real tonight. Straight up. You don't stand a chance if you don't change it. Casey, what are your thoughts?
Well, that was another Pre-PT Chat Live. We will see you guys next week. Pleasure joining. But I think this is a lot bigger than people realize. I think it's a lot bigger than people realize because we're only going to be in PT school, what, 2.5, 3 years? Then it's done, right? PT school is a short snippet of time in our bigger time span of our career. And if we take a step back and look at this from a bigger perspective, if we zoom out a little bit, we're really in, and Joseph, tell me if I'm wrong. Who else is on here? Kyle, Javi, tell me if I'm wrong. We're really in, you said something at the last part. You talked about behavior. We're really in a behavior profession. Yes, we can do exercises. Yes, we can do manipulations. Yes, we can do traction. Yes, we can do whatever. But we're really in a behavior change profession, whether it's PT or whatever field in healthcare you're in. So if you can't master your own behaviors, if you can't master what Joseph talked about, how in the world are you going to do that for your patients? So this is much bigger than, okay, I just need to get into PT school, because you're just going to be in PT school for 2.5, 3 years. What's going to happen for the rest of your career? What's going to happen for 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 years? What's going to happen? You're just gonna not believe in yourself. You're just gonna believe in your false beliefs. You're just not gonna have expectations for yourself. Because if you don't, there's some people hurt. It's some people in pain that are counting on you to give them some hope, to not believe in their false beliefs, to give them, to have expectations for them. This is bigger than you. And you guys tell me all the time when you tell us your whys. Why PT? Why are you even following us? Why do you want to get in? Oh, my family. Oh, the patients. Do you really believe that? Because if you did, this wouldn't be a problem. So let's zoom out a little bit and let's think about the bigger picture of PT. Can you even change your own behaviors, much less patients' behaviors? So I think, yes, dive into that in your own pre-PT world trying to get in right now. But then take a zoom out and understand it's not about you. It's way bigger than that. It is way bigger than that. So if you're feeling like, man, I can't do this, man, I'm down on myself, man, I don't believe in myself, I'm scared for this, zoom out a little bit. Go back to your why if you really believe it, or were you just telling us some BS? I don't know. That you gotta figure that out for yourself. But zoom out a little bit and say, this is much bigger than Zach. This is much bigger than who else is on here? It's much bigger than Sarah, F. Scott Jr., Justin. It's much bigger. It's much bigger than that if you really truly are telling us the truth. So I think that's going to make your life a lot easier because I think we get, especially thinking back now as a pre-PT, getting caught up in the weeds of the GPA, GRE experiences, PT cast coming up, the essay. We really get caught in those weeds. But if we zoom out a little bit and take a bird's eye view, it's bigger. It is way bigger. So make sure you master this. The fire that Joseph just brought down, make sure you master that so you can bring that to the patients who are in need. I'm telling you, in need of you. So have some expectations for yourself, have that behavior change for yourself, have those better experiences for yourself, all of that, so that you can do it for the greater good of all your patients or your students or whatever you're doing. So, I mean, that's my little take on the topic.
Bro, it's that simple. It's that simple. Alyssa, how are you doing? Good to have you here. I want you guys to comment, whether you're live or replay. If y'all, like, this is action. We all about that action, y'all. We're all about that action. The only reason why we're where we're at is because we just took action over and over and over and over, and then y'all figured out we were here. So I want y'all, if you are saying, I want to change my behaviors, I want to tune up or sharpen my behaviors, knowing all the steps, and I'll read it again, knowing all the steps that Joseph and Casey just shared tonight, I want to change my behavior as a pre-PT if I want to give myself a shot at succeeding. I want y'all to comment me. If you want to do that. If you're willing to say, and I'm going to start with myself, me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are you willing to change your behavior? Are you willing to adjust your behavior? If you are, I want you to comment me. This is you. Like, there are a few other people watching right now. There are a number of people that will watch this on replay. This is you. If you are listening to this as a podcast episode, say it out loud to yourself. But this is like for real. And I need y'all to share this one out. I need you, if you are on the Pre-Doctor Physical Therapy Students page, I need you to tag people in this. If you know 10 people in here, make sure all 10 are tagged in this. If you know 20 people in here, make sure all 20 are tagged in it. I need y'all to tag them, tag them, tag them. Because unless pre-PTs understand this, we don't stand a shot. Y'all have to understand that everything we're teaching y'all, other people are saying is impossible. What you're being told or what you've been taught falsely is that you have to have high grades. You have to have this. Why the heck y'all think like some professors will look at your grades and be like, oh, you got a 2.9? Yeah, you should just choose something else. Well, it's because we've been trained and taught that you have to have a 4.0 or 3.8. You have to have a 320 cumulative on your GRE. You got to have a perfect this, perfect that. You got to have 500 observation hours. We've been taught that you have to be at that level. And the honest truth is, I've met people who are at that level that did not deserve to be physical therapists because they didn't give a crap about people. They didn't give a crap about service, and they had absolutely no fuel to get them to the other side. All they wanted was a job that paid them. And if you're dealing with people, that's not going to cut it. So that's why we need y'all to be PTs. But if you want to even have a shot at getting into PT school, if you're following us, it's for some reason. If you want to even have a shot, you're gonna need to change your behavior. But that's going to start with changing your experiences. So what are you going to do? The first thing I would highly recommend is contacting us. Send us a message at contact@preptgrind.com and say, y'all, I want to get started on something. I don't know what it is, but let's just start. Let's talk. Let's do whatever. Go to contact@preptgrind.com and talk to us like today. Number two, those experiences shape your beliefs. Maybe your experience was, being here. It changes your beliefs. Those beliefs shape your perceptions. Those perceptions change your expectations. And those expectations as to whether or not you will get into PT school drive your behavior. And that's it. That's it. Tag people. Comment me, even if you're on Team Replay. But this is like the message of the year right here. Everything else is supplementary. This right here is the message of the year. Y'all get this, it's done. It's over. 2019 is your year. Y'all have a great one. Many blessings. We'll see y'all soon. Side note, announcement. We are going to have, we have just dropped our 96th podcast episode this week. If you have never listened to our podcast, please go listen to it. It's straight fire. It's been going since 2017. But for our 100th episode, we are having a giveaway. So that's in 4 weeks. We are having a giveaway. So start listening to the episodes. The details are going to be in there. We'll probably post the details in here as well. So if y'all listen, remember the last giveaway, we gave away like $2,000 worth of stuff. So we are having a giveaway, and there will be like a 4 key requirements to participate in the raffle and all that stuff. But it's to celebrate our 100th episode. Thank you guys so much for following us this long. Let's get to 200 episodes. Let's get to 300. Let's get to 500. Let's get to 1,000 podcast episodes. Get us to where we are gray and we're still serving y'all because we ain't stopping. Can't stop, won't stop. But the same things we told y'all tonight, we have to do if we want to have a shot at getting there. Y'all have a good one. Many blessings. Good night.